an infinity symbol, the number 8, right? And that is a toroidal field. That is the as above, so below. What that's saying is, as above, what you choose to perceive is what you perceive. That is the toroidal field. If you look closely again at my logo, that's what that is. It's what as above, so below means. I'm currently writing a book. I'm not going to reveal quite yet what it's called, but I'm currently writing a book that's touching on exactly that. It's touching on how you can utilize truth, how you already are utilizing the truth to attract to you your life. And if you are living a life you're not happy with, I mean no offense with this, but you are attracting it. You are choosing to attract a life you don't enjoy. If you do enjoy it, good job. You either are knowingly or unknowingly attracting a life to you that you desire. And that's just simply how it works. Nothing in your life is being given to you. Life is not happening to you. Life is happening through you. And so that's what as above, so below, as within, so without means. Your state of mind, your state of being is not a result of your experiences. Your experiences are a result of your state of being. And the best example I like to use is the billionaire. A billionaire isn't happy because they became a billionaire. They're not wealthy because they don't have a wealthy mindset because they became wealthy. They became wealthy because they have a wealthy mindset. Their internal posture is that of a wealthy person. Therefore, their experiences reflect that. That's just simply how it works. Think of the universe as a computer, because it is. You give the computer your commands, you know what I mean? You go into your computer, you type something in, it follows your command, right? You type in the word happy into your computer, what pops up? The word happy. The universe is simply a computer. That's why us humans even have a concept of how to manufacture a MacBook. It's because that's the function of the universe. The universe is a computer. It has infinite information. It has infinite intelligence, accessible to all, waiting for your command. You make your command and the universe obeys. And that's simply just how it works. Because what people call air is really information. Or intelligence, you could say. Also, I don't think I pointed out yet, here's my book of poetry guiding you to higher consciousness, waking. It's available on Amazon. Everything I create, you'll find it in the link in my bio. I'm also starting to sell my art. What's up, Inara? I'll be seeing you very soon. Well, yeah, in a couple hours. Seeing you in a couple hours in our one-on-one session. You'll also find booking to my one-on-one sessions in the link in the bio. I promise everybody in here you won't regret it. Please don't feel like I'm trying to sell you. I'm not. If you're not interested, cool. Cool. That's fine. I chase nothing. So where are we going? Air is information. Air is information. And I always love to break this word in two. Air is intelligence, information. Air is intelligence, information. Hello? Air is in. Air is in. Air is in. You can also say, you can interchange this word information with consciousness, because consciousness is information. Information is consciousness. I would think water. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Moody Lisa, thank you for the follow. I love you. I love you. Thank you, everybody, for the gifts, too. We're already popping off on the gifts. Did we hit the goal yet? We got to be close. We're getting pretty close. We got 5 donuts. Thank you to everybody that sent the donuts. I've been seeing them. It's the old aliens. I don't know what you mean by that. What's up, Jesse Lynn? What is up, Jesse Lynn? Yes, water is information. Absolutely. Water and air. Yeah. Because in reality, everything is information. Air is free, yes. I've written a book, free to read online at refinedchurch.com. There you go, cool. Oh, why do I love donuts? Oh yeah, I think I already got into that. It's a toroidal field, as above, so below, as within, so without. It's not water in the air. Water is in the air. But again, don't get lost. Don't get too lost in it. It's just simply everything is information all around you. Infinite. Information is truly infinite. Accessible to all. You know, someone, a lovely fellow named Chad, sent me a message and said, "You're too smart for your own good." And I said, "Well, first of all, no. But second of all, I take no credit. This isn't me. I'm not." I, in my opinion, do have a cool story. I love my story. It's fun. I enjoy being me. But like, this isn't unique to me. Everybody breathes in infinite information with every breath you take. I just wrote a beautiful poem earlier today. Maybe I can read it. Oh, it's on my phone. Maybe I can get my laptop and read it out of my notes. I was struck. I started writing poetry book number 2, because here's number 1. Only $11.99 on Amazon. How great is that? And yeah, the poem was about exactly that. The fact that every breath we take, we're breathing in infinite information. We're breathing in... How did it go? I forget how it goes. I already forget. The secrets untold. We're breathing in whispers unknown. Every breath we take. Every breath you take. You hold your breath. You hold your breath for 90 seconds, for 2 minutes, whatever it is. What happens? What happens? Your brain still is functioning in a way. Your heart is still pumping. Your body's still getting blood. What happens? You lose consciousness. Air is consciousness. Air is not something that is utilized by biology. Air is consciousness. Air is information. That's why it's the first thing we lose when we hold our breath, when we don't take in air. Shirley, thank you, but I am not. The universe is not only good, it is everything. It is everything. And I allow myself to be the vessel of absolute truth that the universe is already shouting at every one of you 29 folks in here, everywhere around you, everywhere you go, everything you do. I have just released the fear of any of you judging me, of any of you disagreeing, of any of you. I've released all that fear of any of it. How my face looks in a reverse sense, because I'm used to my face looking the other way. I don't care anymore. I just simply don't care. And this allows me to be a vessel of truth, of understanding, as a rememberer and reminder of the universe. I'm not the rememberer, I'm a rememberer. I'm not the reminder, I'm a reminderer. Just as a certain man with long hair and a beard a couple thousand years ago was exactly the same. It was not the Son of God, was a Son of God. True freedom. The only way out is in. The only way out is in. Because truly there's nothing to escape from but your own mind. This is why JFK's amazing line has stood the test of time and will continue to stand the test of time, because there really isn't a better, more condensed line of truth that is universally digestible to all mindsets, to all walks of life, like what he spoke when he said, the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Truly. There is no greater line of condensed truth than that I've heard. One of my favorites is inertia in motion, because inertia in motion is one of the best lines explaining the absolute truth of real physics, not bullshit physics that's made up of particle stacking and explanations of a limited observation. Here's the thing: before my awakening, there was a man I saw twice, and he said to me, "You're going to be okay." That's great. That's great. You are not only going to be okay, you're perfect. You're exactly where you're meant to be, doing exactly what you're meant to do in perfect timing. Do you have a schedule you stick to for your lives? No. No, I still need to... I'm still getting better with it. What does it mean when Christians say we have to have fear of God? They want to disconnect you from God. They want to that's a disconnection. It's a disconnection of you. It's an attempt to disconnect you from God. It's an attempt to sever your connection with God, period. They want you to fear God because they want you to fear yourself. Who is God? I am God. I am God. I am God. They want you to fear yourself. And if you fear yourself, you do nothing. And if you do nothing, you're controllable. And if you're controllable, you will be controlled. They want to sever your connection with yourself. Thank you, Just D. Who is they? They is I. You know what? Thank you, Northwestern Wisdom. Let's get into it. Let's get into what exists and what doesn't exist. What does exist and doesn't. Well, there's an S in there. People that have been in the lives before know what's coming up. And those that don't, hold on to your socks. Here's just the absolute truth of it. Yep, that's how white peoples are. I don't even know what you're saying. If you're still stuck on race, you might not be ready for these lives. And that's okay. If anyone thinks that race is even a real thing, you might not be, you've got some remembering to do. You've got some remembering to do. And that's okay. No judging. It's just truth. I'm going to tell the truth always. I withhold nothing from you. The limit does not exist. The limit does not exist, but the limit is real if you choose it to be. You're only limited based on what you choose to be limited by. I had a discussion with someone that means a lot to me recently, and they said, "What? So what? Do you think I can fly?" And I say, "Yes." Yes. I do think you could just fly. But we all are maneuvering the collective consciousness. We all have our own deep-rooted beliefs that are subconscious, that aren't in the conscious mind. Yes, I think we could just fly. I don't think I know with certainty. Yet we act as a collective. I can't lie. I can't. I've seen what lying does. More than anything, I've seen what the truth does. Why the fuck would I ever stop telling the truth? Sure, you are not wrong in that approach, but you're forgetting that we do live in a construct. A construct of your mind. Yes. The construct is up to you. Love to see you, Roshari. Who knows? Thank you for following the live creator. I know. Made up by who? By you! By you! Your world, your reality is constructed by nobody other than you. It's constructed by you. By you. Every actor in your reality is a part of you. And you know what? I'm using the word a lot, so I should probably get to our list of what does exist and what doesn't exist. Thank you. I am creating great content. I am creating great content. And for the select few that might be understanding what I'm doing there, bravo. You're hot on the trail. I am not single. Miss me, I am not single. Yeah, you were talking about I is the consciousness that connects all of us, not high as in the small. No offense. I have no idea what you just said. So, what does not exist? Let's start with what doesn't, because that gets really fun really quick. You don't exist. Isn't that fun? Are you having fun yet? You don't exist. Me doesn't exist. We doesn't exist. Us, they doesn't exist. These are real, a part of reality, but doesn't exist. And when you understand the distinction between existence and reality, the secrets of the universe are revealed, are unlocked. Everything then comes to you. No longer must you chase that which is going to continue to flee. You get to just attract everything to you. That's why reality and existence are two different words that are not interchangeable, because they're different. Ta-da! It was a joke. I don't even know what was a joke? Would you say they are an adjective? I mean, sure, we're getting into language, but it doesn't really matter. It's separate from... These are explanations of a limited observation. They're insufficient explanations of a limited observation. Gabby, thank you for the donut. Gabby, were you here before for my talk on what a donut is? Why I love a donut? Why I love donuts? We won't even be friends. I'm not sure what you're saying, Barbie. We are friends. We already are. We're more than friends. We're quite literally the same being. Sorry, I'm listening, but not in the chat. Back to flying for a second. I fly my dreams, baby. That's okay. It's a toroidal field. Just write it down, Gabby. Just write it down. We'll circle back to it. Thank you, Wandering Home, for the donut. WTF. What's up? Talk to me, Jay Lee. Are you looking at my board and going WTF? You don't exist. Me doesn't exist. We don't exist. Us doesn't exist. They doesn't exist. They're real in reality, but doesn't exist. Now, you might be asking yourself, well, what does exist? That seems like that's everything. What? It was regarding a comment. Oh, okay. Yeah, if you hold on a comment, you can do reply comment, and then it's obvious. I agree with your board. You agree with absolute truth. It's not my board. This is the universe's board. This is the truth's board. This is the board of truth. I take no credit for what you ever read on this board. I am just but a vessel. I'm but a vessel of the marker. I'm a wizard. My pen is my wand. Okay. You know what? Yeah. Yes. Speak as if it's done because it is. Indeed, Barbie. Yeah. Okay. What does exist? Let's get to what does exist. Oh, no, not a wizard. That's me. That's you. That's... It's not me. That's not you because it doesn't exist. That is... I. There is the one thing... The one thing... that exists. No thing truly exists. This isn't a thing. This isn't a thing. This isn't a thing. Love, yeah. What is love? Love is I. Love does exist, and love is I. Love is I, because all is one. You know what? And that just made me think of another fun truth to talk about. This truth I really love talking about. Because this one people struggle with sometimes, but also the more you understand it, the more the secrets of the universe reveal themselves to you. Let's talk about numbers. Let's talk about numbers. What are numbers? If anyone in here, try. Go ahead and try. Don't try. There is no try. Only do and do not. So either do or do not. Give me your understanding of what numbers are. What are numbers? in the most refined sentence you can possibly do that summarizes your understanding of numbers. What are numbers? Information, yes. Guidance, absolutely. I'm almost looking for a even more simplistic explanation of them. Definite? Well, I would have to say no. They're more infinite. Codes, yes. Never-ending possibilities, yes. Alignment, yes. I'll say this. There is but one number that exists. I kind of just gave it all away on that. Mathematical way to understand the universe. Math, oh gosh, we'll get into math here in a second. Anna, you stick around, we're going to get into math. If that's a 1, Caitlin, absolutely. One number exists, and it is 1. There's only one number that exists, and it's 1. It's 1. All other numbers, let's keep this shortened, are infinite expressions. There's an R. Of 1. All other numbers are infinite expressions of 1. You know what? You are very correct in saying no number exists. I love that you made that claim. I don't know if you understand the truth you just said when you said that, little Ms. Sunshine, but you are exactly correct. No number exists. The number 1 does not exist, but it is real. Are you guys catching on to that distinction? I wish this would have been my math class. Yeah, easy A, right? All other numbers are infinite expressions of 1. All of them. So that brings us into math. And so you might say, oh, so 0 isn't real? 0 isn't a number? No. No, it's not. 0 is not a number. 0 is the infinite potential of numbers. 0 is the infinite potential of numbers. Thank you, Brian, for the follow. You won't regret it. 0 is the infinite potential of numbers. Number 1 is the infinite... How did I just word it? 1 is the infinite expression, or all numbers are infinite expressions of 1. Much like we can then think colors. So if 0 and 1, what are these represented as colors? We have black or dark. This is infinite potential. 0, black, dark, or shadow, you could say here, is infinite potential. What is 1? 1 is white or light. We have 0, infinite potential, black, not the absence of color. Well, I guess you could say the absence of color in a way, but it's not an absence. It's the infinite potential of color. And dark, shadow. We have 1, the infinite expression of itself, 1 turning into all other numbers, or white, which again is not the absence of color, it's the amalgamation of all colors, or light. And again, 1 does not exist without the other. 1 doesn't exist without 0. White doesn't exist without black. Light doesn't exist without dark. This is duality. However, if they don't exist without each other, then is that very dualistic? No, it's quite singular. If these are tethered, is that actually dualistic or is that just singular? You following? Doesn't sound very dualistic if they're tethered, if they are one in the same. What's up, professional dreamer? Hello, balance within. Anna Explorers, Prism, Zuzana, thank you for the follow. There are no colors. There is an infinite amount of numbers between 0 and 1. That's a way of putting it, yeah. It's same with people. I am plus additions. Yes. Yes, that's what we're getting to with all this. Jake, I happening as Jake, is a part of the infinite expression of I. Thank you so much, Gabby, for the donuts. I love donuts. I love donuts because donuts are toroidal fields. We'll just pop this back up. Here's you, Gabby. There you are. So beautiful. And here's what you're doing, Gabby. You're projecting your reality out to yourself to perceive it, to project it back out to yourself. It's a never-ending, perfect, closed-loop system. What's up, George? Is your name Georgia? I feel like I've confirmed this before, but I am not the best with names. I'll never forget a face, but names are not my strongest suit. But truth is my strongest suit. Georgina! Here you are, Gabby. Here's your toroidal field. Here's your donut. And you might say, well, that doesn't look like a donut. It's because I'm not the best at quick drawings, but if you were to turn this, it starts looking like an infinity symbol. And that's because this is infinite. It's an infinite closed loop system. And here's where the paradox comes into play. You are perceiving what you are projecting. You are perceiving what you are projecting. That's how it works. Again, life is not happening to you, it's happening through you. I see this pen because I'm projecting the experience of this pen before me. Nothing's giving me this experience. I am projecting this out. Simultaneously, while I'm projecting it out, I'm computing the data of it. Again, everything is information. And my brain, as the computer it is, as the supercomputer it's within, is computing what it's going to look like, what it's going to smell like, what it's going to feel like, what it's going to sound like, everything it's going to do. While I'm projecting it out, I'm computing it to then perceive it. And that's how this all works. That's how everything before you works. That's what's amazing about mind, about mental. You are computing everything before you. Everyone here is staring attentively at a phone while simultaneously computing their surroundings around them. There's a light right here. I'm computing this light. There's a Christmas bag over there. I'm computing all of this. And I don't even have to think about it. I don't even have to think about it. It's just doing it. A great way to think about this, again, the universe is a computer. It's a computer. It's a computer. Problem is, we've manufactured our own technological computers, of which people hear the word computer and think of a desktop or a laptop. A computer is something that takes in data, computes it to project out an experience. Is that not the same explanation of your MacBook? That's the same explanation of reality, of you and of existence. Think of it this way. Here is the universe, okay? And here's you. And here's someone else, someone else, someone else, someone else, someone else. And you know what? Just so it actually is even more understandable, we'll make it a square. It's not a square. Shapes are whatever. It's not a square. But here it is. Here is your home screen on your computer. And here is Word. Here's the Word fucking software. Here is Internet Explorer. Here are all your different applications. Okay? Here's you, Gabby. There is the application, which is a computer itself within the larger computer. We following? Yeah. You're a computer. We're all computers. I'm wounded. Triangles are amazing. Triangles are amazing. What do you mean you're wounded? What do you mean? Sylvia, hello, by the way. I saw you hop in. What's up, Sylvia? Feels a lot like quantum mechanics. Quantum is insufficient. Quantum is insufficient. We're not... Well, yeah, these are all divine messages. Everything I speak is a divine message because I'm fearless. I don't worry, I don't fear, I don't doubt, I don't chase, I don't strive, I don't struggle. So everything is a divine message because I allow myself to flow and not force and to be a divine vessel of truth. Absolutely. Triangles are great. Yeah, shapes, well, because we can get lost in what they are. Geometry, sacred geometry is very important, but they don't exist. They are real, but they don't exist. Again, there's a distinction. One thing exists. Oh gosh, and I don't want to say it that way. There is but one existence, and it is consciousness. Existence is not a thing. It's a happening. An event. An eternal, infinite event. It was Alan Watts that said, existence is a happening as happenings. I am not Jake. I am the happening as Jake. I feel like it is and it isn't. I feel like what is and isn't. Just popped in to say hi and witness your creation of motion. Absolutely, baby. Tesla, yes, Tesla was a genius. 369, you got it. I'm following. This is stuff I've recently started to understand. What's up, Jack Wolf? Jack, if you're interested, which I know you are, if I'm being honest, and I'm always honest, I'm only honest, we dive even deeper than this, and I will work with you one-on-one in a private session to how you can apply this truth and discover more, remember more truth to then apply it to your life, to stop chasing your dream and rather attract your dream to you. Because that's what it's all about. That's the secret. That's the book I'm writing right now. I'm writing a book on how to utilize absolute truth to attract your dream life to you. Because that which is chased will flee. What does the mouse do when the cat chases it? It runs. And the more the cat chases it, the mouse gets more shifty, more quick, more agile, more prepared for the chase. So stop chasing. Stop striving, stop struggling, stop worrying, stop fearing, stop doubting. Use absolute truth to attract your dream life to you. Brian, you get a one-on-one in the link in my bio. If you'd like, you can just send me a DM and we can set it up that way, but I have a booking site in the link in my bio. You'll also find my book of guided poetry, guiding you to higher consciousness. You'll also find my Daily Divine apparel that I design and sell over here at dailydivine.shop. You'll also find my art that I'm starting to sell. This is my first book of poetry. This is a book of poetry. The book I'm writing right now is not poetry. It is a straight functional guide how to attract your dream life to you. Period. And it's not motivational, it's not inspirational, it's not like a self-help book. It's literally, here is the function of reality. Here is how to take ownership of your life and to attract your dreams to you, period. It's not like, here's my theory. It's like, here's just the facts. And that's not arrogance. It's just the truth. It's just the truth. I've been given certain gifts, and I'm over the fear of worrying that people think that I'm acting out of arrogance. It's just the truth. If you don't want the truth, that's okay. That's not on me. That's okay. I'm not gonna sit and try and force the truth on anyone. It's like this live. If you want to hop out the live, go ahead. If you don't want to buy the merch, go ahead, don't. If you don't want to check out the book, don't. I am not chasing anyone. I'm not forcing anything. I'm just here given the truth. That's just what it is. Professional dreamer. Everything is perfect. That's how I like to put it. Everything is perfect. Everything. Everything is happening with divine intention in divine timing. Everything. Everything. War, famine, homelessness, all of it. And that's because and I understand why you ask the question. You ask the question because people are still attached to this. I'm not attached to this. This isn't I. This isn't I. This right here, what you're looking at, what you're listening to, this is I as Jake. And I know that might sound so bizarre and mystical. It's just the truth. I'm not attached to this. Do I love this? Yeah. Am I attached to this? No. No. People are attached to their vessel. And because of that, people suffer. People suffer because they choose to suffer. Suffering is truly a choice. Suffering is truly a choice. It's a choice. It's a lack of awareness. It's a lack of consciousness. And yet it's all divinely intended. What people must understand is the universe doesn't have morals. And a lot of people hear that and go, well, that's so sad. That's so this, that's so that. The universe doesn't have morals. It just simply doesn't. Morality is a human invention to aid in society. Now, I'm not saying that to say, throw your morals out the window and go do terrible things. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying the universe doesn't see things as good and bad. It just sees what is. It just is. It just is. And when you label it bad, guess what? Now it's bad. When you label it good, guess what? Now it's good, and that means there's room for something to be bad. There is a monk, I think he's a monk, guru, whatever he is, that was asked, what was the question? Do you want to be happy or whatever? And the guy was about to respond, then he paused and he stopped himself and he said, no, I don't want to be happy. I want to be at peace. Because if you are happy, that means you can be sad. But if you are at peace, you are at peace. There again is a very distinct difference between the two. Happiness is a high. That means there is a low. Peace is constant. Peace is constant. Period. It doesn't fluctuate. Doesn't waver. Peace is constant. Happiness is a high. Sadness is a low. Lots of fluctuation. Lots of peaks and valleys. Lots of incoherence. Lots of unpredictability about it. Peace is constant. I do not seek happiness. I seek peace. Duality? Yes, but again, duality is yet another insufficient explanation of a limited observation. If all is one, is it really dualistic? Or is it one that is perceived as many, of which we explain as two? You following? You explain how evil exists in this world if morals and good and bad doesn't exist. Well, evil exists because we call it evil. Lucifer is human, so are we. It's a great Mac Miller line. Lucifer is human, so are we. We just call it bad. It doesn't exist because it doesn't actually have a name. We chose to name something that is nameless. God doesn't have a name. We chose to name something that's nameless. We give it power, yeah. You give it power by calling it evil and saying it has power. We are indeed the power source. Yep. The world only has the power you give it. Period. The world only has the power you choose to give it. Which God? There's but one God, expressed as many, expressed as infinite, in infinite nature. There's but only one God, expressed infinitely, Thank you for the heart, me, Jack Wolf. Very happy that you are enjoying the content. It means you are a friend of truth. Just call that source. Yeah, there's lots of names. But again, don't be fooled. It's nameless. It truly has no name. In fact, if we are speaking in absolute truth, because it's all I do, nothing has a name. Think of this. That which you name, you are saying exists. I call this a marker. I'm saying this exists, but it doesn't. So there is an illusion. Bonjour! I give this a name, of which, because I name it, I say it exists, but it doesn't. I'm feeding the illusion. Nothing has a name. Nothing has a name. Names are but illusion. Nothing has a name. Yes, I'm here, TikTok, making me put puzzle pieces together. Nothing has a name. Nothing. Be very conscious of the words you speak. Change your word, change your world. Faye Fawn, you want to know why it feels like that? Because it's true. That's absolute truth. Everything is an illusion besides love. But don't be fooled. Everything a part of the illusion is love. You understand? It's just an illusion of what love is. Love is not just a hug and a smile and a date and a kiss and so on and so forth. Love, here's one that not everyone's probably going to like. Love is war. Love is homelessness. Love is good fortune. Love is charity. Love is everything. Love is everything. We are in a constant state of refinement. Oh, Gabby with the galaxy. Womp, 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 womp. Or was that a manifestation? I forget. Did you just... A galaxy globe. Nice. I love those. Those are so cool. Those are so cool. It is how you view it, but how you view it is how it is to you. So I choose to view it as the truth. I will not feed into the illusion, because then my reflection back to me is illusion. I will have more illusion if that's what I choose to feed. What you give your attention to will grow. I choose to give my attention to truth, because that means truth will grow in my reality. I am the truth. Existence is not a thing. It's a happening. Shoot, there's no such thing as an odd question. There is no such thing. Let's hear your question, Christy. What is it? Has anyone... Oh, gosh, I don't think it's actually even popping up. Oh, there we go. If anyone wants to do a 10-minute one-on-one call, how do you explain angels? They are other fragments of consciousness. They are other fragments of consciousness. We all share one consciousness. All right, I haven't drawn it yet today, so we got to draw it at least once. Look at Victoria, still hanging up here. And you know what? Gabby's going up there as well. Gabby, I love you. I love everyone in here. I truly love everyone in here unconditionally. But Victoria and Gabby have been all-stars of this live. Victoria, I'm not sure if you're still in here, but... All right, whoever asked that question, angels, here is everything. Here's all. This is all of existence. There is nothing outside of this. This is everything in existence, right here, inside this circle. And if you look, we've got all... Oh, not a 6, that's a 0. All these in here. All these fragments of the whole. Okay, and here is you. Here is me. Here is us on Earth. Okay? Here is another plane of consciousness. Here is another plane of consciousness. Here is another plane of consciousness. All different planes of consciousness. This is what we would call Aliens. And this will bring us right into space. And boy, that's going to get fun. This is what we would call aliens. Different planes of the same consciousness. So, circling back to angels, angels are aliens. Angels are simply fragments of the same consciousness. Angels are I. Angels are I. And what do I mean by that? I mean angels are I. Angels are I. You can think of it, if you want to really think of it simply, they are your highest self. Angels are the highest form of yourself. And so this gets us into space. If all of existence is one being of consciousness, one happening of consciousness, one happening of infinite potential actualizing into form, and here is Earth, here is another plane of consciousness, here is another plane, here is another plane, infinitely. Oh, I know, Jack Wolf. Oh, I know. That's why you're here. If that's the case, which it is, well then, that brings us to Earth. And what is Earth? Here's Earth. Not the best drawing of it. I don't know, something like that. There's Earth. Here is what in biblical text is called the firmament. A lot of people think it's ice. A lot of people think it's all sorts of things. What it is in reality is a vibrational barrier. It's a frequency barrier. So, what that means is we can't leave Earth. Oh, did I say it? We can't leave Earth, nor do we need to. It's a frequency barrier because Earth is a closed loop system. It is a perfect closed loop system. We can't destroy Earth. We can perhaps alter our inhabitants of it as it is, but we cannot destroy Earth. We cannot destroy Earth. It's a perfect closed loop system, nor can we leave Earth. Now, we can, but not as we are, because it is a frequency barrier. This is why angels, aliens, whatever you want to call them, can come and go as they so please. It's why they do come and go as they so please, because they are of a frequency of which is able to come and go as it pleases. They understand as a collective that we, them included, are a collective. And again, even the language I'm using right now is part of the reason as to why we can't leave Earth. Because us and them and we and they is language of which these beings don't use, because it's nonsense. It's literal nonsense. It's nonsensical. It's nonsensical. So, the word nonsense, nonsensical, brings me to one of my favorite things to talk about, because it's ultimately what my page has been doing for so long now. It is the power of which that works through me. And that is the heart and the mind. The heart and the mind. All is mental. All is mind. We have the mind. And we have the heart. The mind is logic. But logic is nonsensical. Okay? Can also say illusion. is logic, which is illusion, which is nonsensical. So, mathematics, modern science, modern physics, history included, is logical. Yeah, math is logical. Yeah. But logic is illusion. Logic is nonsensical. The heart is sense. Or you could say truth. Which is, I guess I should write it like this. The heart is truth, the heart is sense. The inverse of logic, which is truth. The inverse of illusion, which is not logical. You picking up what I'm putting down? You picking up what I'm putting down? All right, Marlo, we gotta take it easy here. We gotta leave room for other people to converse in here. Thank you, though. I love you, Marlo. So, if we have enough people vibrating at a high enough frequency across the plane, the planet should cause a paradigm shift. Yeah, Easter 2026. That's all I'm gonna say. Easter 2026. Times are a changing. Not my chair, not my problem. Someone in here has to know what I'm talking about. Who put that chair there? Not my chair, not my problem. 11, if you open the heart, logic dissolves. Absolutely. Bruh. Yeah. This is everything right here. This is everything. When you align your mind with your heart, you have the key to the universe. Literally. You are the key to the universe. When you align your mind with your heart, you unlock it all. You unlock it all. When you allow your heart to tell you the truth and not be disguised by the illusion in your mind, you have the key to everything. So write this down. Write this down. Take a screenshot right now. Write this down. Write this down. Do it. Just write it down. Take a screenshot. Take a screenshot. Do it. Because I'm about to erase it. So I can show you a little something. So, the mind is logical. The heart is illogical. Because the mind is nonsensical. Because the heart is sensical. So, here you are. Here's your heart. Here is your mind. Your heart is true, but your mind is the filter of truth. So, and what do? Here's your mouth. Your mouth speaks what comes through this filter. Okay? So, your heart gives you the truth. Your mind filters based on your beliefs and your identity. Ultimately, we can say based on identity. Because your identity is your beliefs and all of that. Your programming is another word, yes. Your heart gives you the truth. Your mind filters based on identity, and your mouth speaks the product. You're watching it happen in real time. The heart is giving me the truth of what to say, what to do. My mind is filtering it. Really not at all. Really not at all. And my mouth is speaking the product of it. And what is the product? The product is truth, because I've rid myself of the filters in my mind. The filters of, well, I wonder if Power Beast is going to judge me what I'm saying. Oh, well, I wonder if the lighting is good. Oh, I wonder if I don't wonder. I don't care. Fly away, little birdie. I don't care. I truly don't care. Here it is. Here it is. Because I no longer act out of the fear in my mind. And because I no longer I no longer react out of the fear in my mind. So a fear, that's an E. A fear mind reacts out of fear. A fear mind reacts out of fear. A free mind acts out of love, of the unconditional, oh gosh, heart. Boom. Screenshot it. A fear mind reacts out of fear. Because again, the mind must process based on the beliefs. So if I ask you a question, do you think Jenny looked good in that dress? If you're in a fear mind, you go, well, what do I want Jenny to like what my response is? Do I want this guy asking me this thing to agree with me? Or do I want this, or should I do that, or blah, 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 blah. So you have to react because you have to calculate what your reaction is going to be. But a free mind acts out of love, of unconditional heart. You don't have to react because you're not calculating anything. There's nothing to calculate. Your heart is free to speak of the unconditional love that it is. Your mind, we're cooking now, folks. I hope you're taking screenshots. Because this is not arrogance, it's just truth. You're not finding this condensed in this form on anywhere else. It's just the truth. Your mind can and has been corrupted. But your heart is pure and true always. Oh, didn't mean to cross it out. That's an underline. Got that right. We are cooking, Inara. So, your mind can and has been corrupted. This is the journey I've been on of ridding my mind of corruption. Your heart is pure and true, always. And that is the power of aligning your mind with your heart, so that your pure and true heart can be expressed through action of love instead of reaction of fear. Power Beast, I see your comments, Power Beast. I'm not the best at checking up on filtered comments. Indoctrination versus freedom of thought. Absolutely. Once you see without filter, you see alchemy, and once you practice alchemy, you reach God. Well, you're always God. Everyone is alchemizing. They just don't know it. And some people are alchemizing an undesirable outcome. You can't, everyone's alchemizing. That's being a human. Everyone is alchemizing. That's being a human. It's what are you alchemizing? Are you alchemizing what you desire? Are you alchemizing what you don't desire? And ultimately, if we're talking about absolute truth, which that's all I talk about, you're always alchemizing what you desire, even if you think you don't desire it. And that's a truth that some people won't like to hear, but that's just the truth. Because before you were even conceived, your soul agreed to all of this. All of it. All of it. Your soul said, okay, this is going to happen. Okay, this is going to happen. This is going to happen. All right, looks good. Sign me up. Sign me up. and said, oh, you're going to be inseparable with your father. You're going to have a slight falling out, but then you're going to pick back up on the relationship, and then eventually he's going to die. Sign me up. It's just the truth. You asked for your greatest suffering because of the strength and the growth and the evolution and the transformation that comes from it. You asked for all of this, and thank God for it. Thank God for it. You signed up for all this. You signed up for all of it. And that shouldn't be a sad realization. That should be a freeing realization. Should be like, oh, I signed up for this. I not only can do it, I will do it. I have already done it. Let me relax and sit back and enjoy the view of me doing it. Yeah, birth and death are one. They're the same thing. Birth and death are one. They're the same thing. How long have you been doing this? Like 3 or 4 months. Not really. I'm 27 years old, and in 27 years, not that long. But boy, I've hit warp speed. I have hit warp speed. I should say I hit warp speed back in like February of 2025. I hit warp speed. Been frozen in fear just a month ago. I would have listened and wouldn't have commented. I mean, hey, I love that you're commenting and freeing up from fear. Jack Wolf, I'm telling you, you should really, I am telling you, but don't let me tell you what to do, but let me just say, my one-on-ones are truly life-changing. I promise you that. I promise you that. Watching when an egg gets fertilized under a microscope is wild. Yeah, it is absolutely crazy. It makes me think. When a shell is cracked from outside forces, life ends. But when a shell is cracked from inside forces, life begins. The only way out is in. How did you become fearless? That was not within the past 4 months. That's been my life journey. That has been my life journey. There's no one way. There's no one answer to that question. It's every moment. How have I become fearless? Because of every single moment that's ever happened to me. I'm a mother of 5. I had a disgusting divorce of my parents when I was younger. That was really what kicked my journey of awareness off. But again, it's not because of that. That's just a part of it. Melanie, thank you for the follow. You will not regret. The sessions are $60 for 30 minutes and $90 for 60 minutes. Did I say that right? $60 for 30 minutes, $90 for 60 minutes. But anybody, send me a message. I'm a human being. Let's talk. Let's chit-chat. In other words, what I'm trying to say is, Jack Wolf, send me a message. Let's talk. We can talk things out. I'm a human being. Betty Spaghetti. What's up, Nikki Perry? Thank you for the heart me. Yes, thank you, Caitlin. Caitlin can attest to the power of truth. Absolutely. Caitlin can attest to the power of truth. Why so bad? What is so bad? If you want to be fearless takes, yeah, that's definitely a part of it. I absolutely can. Yes, Caitlin. I absolutely can. Yes. You are very welcome, Brian. Brian, hit me up. Let's book a one-on-one. Let me show you the true, amazing, baffling, mind-boggling, flabbergasting nature of truth and how you can apply it to your life to attract your dreams to you, to free your mind. How did you free your mind of all fear? I've been telling yous. Through all this, through every post I post. Here's a good opportunity for me to say, I had someone book me for a one-on-one the other day, and they effectively thought that it was going to be a reading, that they were going to come in and I was going to tell them all about them with nothing. That's not what I do. That's not what I do. It is a reading, but it's not a reading in the way you might expect it. And just because it's not in the way you might expect it doesn't mean it's not a reading. I'm an intuitive guide. And just because the way I use my intuition to guide you doesn't look like how you might expect it to, doesn't mean that's not what I'm doing. So I'm channeling the divine. And just because I'm channeling the divine in a way you might not expect it to look like doesn't mean I'm not channeling the divine. So I don't fully know exactly what to call it right now. Right now I'm calling it an alignment coaching, because that's the best simplified way to put it, to title it. But in reality, that's too simple. It's too generalized to explain what I do in my one-on-one sessions. And I'm not sure, Caitlin, if you can attest to that, but that's how I feel of it. It's hard to find a name to put as to what I'm doing in the one-on-ones, because anything feels too generalized. Do you work in the system, or are you just a node? I'm a node, both. I don't think too deeply about it, to be quite honest. I am that I am. There you go. How about that, Starlight? Chaos Magic. It's so nice to keep finding my new group of aligned peoples. Faith on. I'm ready for one-on-one, baby. Let's chit-chat after this live, Brian. We'll get you booked. Caitlin says she agrees. Yeah, it's like I'm channeling the divine. I'm always channeling the divine. I'm channeling the divine right now. It's, again, everything I've been talking about. It's because I've freed my mind. I'm constantly in a state of channeling the divine. I am reading because that's how I live. I'm always reading. Not books, people. I'm always reading. Thank you, Gabby. I'll see you next time. You're the best. Everyone, send Gabby some love on her way out. Thank you, Leo, for the heart me. So yeah, I'm channeling, I'm reading, I'm an intuitive guide, because how I'm channeling is through my intuition, because I understand my intuition isn't mine, Jake's, it's God. My intuition is God. So yeah, I had someone tell me, well, you shouldn't call it this because people are going to think it's that. And it's like, that's not my problem. That doesn't mean I'm not doing that thing. Just because it's not what people expect it to look like doesn't mean I'm not doing it. That's just the truth of it. I wish I didn't have to name it anything. I wish I could just say one-on-one sessions, but people don't understand. People need to have an idea as to what to expect, because people want to know what to expect. People fear the unknown. And ultimately what I'm trying to teach people, not teach, but remind people of, not trying, doing, what I am reminding people of in the one-on-ones is to not fear the unknown. So perhaps one day, yeah, it's definitely not therapy. Even though, again, some people could perceive it as that, but it's definitely much more than that. But perhaps one day I can call it one-on-one sessions and just leave it at that, because that's what it is. One-on-one with me, and it's not of arrogance, it's just truth, but a one-on-one with me is powerful. That's just the truth. It's just the truth. People pay for therapy. How is it different teaching others to follow their truth? Because it's not just therapy. No offense when I say this, but if you were just listening for the past 90 seconds, 2 minutes, I was explaining exactly why. Kaylin, I'll message you later on. I love ya. We'll be chit-chatting soon. I look forward to it. One-on-one, no explanation needed. Absolutely. Absolutely. No, I didn't mean it that way. What did you say? I don't even remember. Yeah. No, I know. I'm not. You can, Cosmic Loops. You can. This is not special to me. I'm not special. I'm not unique. I am unique. I'm one of one because you're one of one too. And that's exactly why you can do it. Everybody can do it. This is not special to me. This is what the power of the one-on-ones are. I'm reminding you, you can do it. Everybody can do it. Everybody can talk to God. Everyone can let God, everyone can wake up God that is in you. God is in you. You are God. You too can wake it up. You too can allow God to act as you. It is why you resonate so much with me. It's why you're in this live. It's why you've seen my videos. Yes, there's no such thing as coincidence. Resonance is what's the word I'm looking for? It is not sufficient. Resonance is whatever. Is a word I'm trying to think of. Sorry, I'm proud of putting myself out there, but I even did my first live last week too. Let's go! And keep posting. Vulnerable and authentic. I don't know why I just said it like that. Authentic. Vulnerability and authenticity. What your heart wants to say, people need to hear. Exactly what you want to say is exactly what people need to hear. That's why you want to say it. So don't write a script. Don't worry about lighting. Don't worry about editing. You record it and you post it. Period. Because what you want to say is exactly what people need to hear. There is somebody, many people out there that need to hear exactly what you want to say. Exactly. And in fact, the more you dilute it with editing, with concerns of lighting, with scripting, with what have you, the further away you're getting from that pure and true word that somebody, lots of people, need to hear. Okay, Lupe, can you please inform me? I get this all the time. I have no idea what that means. I'm so out of the loop when it comes to some aspects of culture. I'm pretty sure it's a good thing, no? This, though, in the culture, in a lot of culture, I feel in the past was not a good thing. Has this changed? What does that mean? Someone inform me. I feel like an old man. I'm 27 and I'm so out of the loop on some things. Okay, right, good. That's funny. I think the live might be coming to an end soon here. I gotta get some food in me. I got a one-on-one